Taliesin, what is sitting here on the table?
So
we have much to discuss today. This is going to be a very fun episode.
There's going to be acts.
Well, hopefully it'll be a fun episode. Yes, there will be acts.
There's going to be an act structure. It will not be a good act structure, but it will be there.
Yeah.
I've mentioned on this podcast before, I believe, this one time I went to this wonderful Arcane, the animated series from Netflix, like event where they had it was all cyberpunky and we dressed up and there was a whole narrative and you would solve puzzles and I had a great time. I went back a couple times because it was just
was it like an activation?
It was.
Is that what they call it?
It was an act. I hate what we do for a living.
I know.
It was an activation.
Or like a.
It was an experience.
An experience. Okay.
It was an experience. They had a warehouse and they turned it into the underground from that show, and they had
so cool.
Some of the name characters. It was stunningly beautiful. The actors were amazing. As always, because I'm snooty, I have notes, but not for the actors or the set decorators.
Just for the overall experience.
I immediately dropped the game I was supposed to play because I found it irritating.
Oh.
And then decided I was just going to talk to the actors and immediately they were like, oh, somebody who wants to gig. And I immediately got, they were like, this is great. Come with us. And I just became muscle for the villain. So I got to just sort of join in, and there would just be moments where I'd just be sitting in the back of his office, and they'd be talking to another character who had a bunch of people behind him who were working, were trying to solve a puzzle, and he'd just be like, "You disappoint me. Pick a number, Taliesin. Pick a number between 1 and 10." 4, and then I broke 4 of your fingers. You need to come. And it was just literally, it was just like, oh, this is great. A lot of yelling. It was wonderful.
Oh, fantastic.
So after that, went out to the alleyway. This was in the middle of an industrial area because it's the only place you can afford to do something like this.
Yeah.
Because LA is broken.
Mm-hmm.
And in the alleyway, some kid in his mid-20s, I assume, they all look the same. There comes a point where every age looks the same to you under 40.
Yeah.
Had opened up his trunk and had pulled out a Beyblade arena and a bunch of Beyblade tops. And other people had their Beyblades too.
Already with them?
Yeah, and apparently there was just this spontaneous, very underground dogfight kind of feeling where everyone just started going in and just yelling and they were playing. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've seen. Is this spontaneous
Beyblade tournament?
Beyblade tournament that was just I was amazed that somebody wasn't starting to host it by tearing their shirt off and being like, right, here we go, let her, just getting really it felt like there should be an MC.
Are you ready to Beyblade?
I mean, yeah, it really felt like that. I'm like, this is, I don't know what these are.
Wow.
And I was amused.
You had never seen them prior to that.
I was vaguely, it's like Ben 10. I'm vaguely aware mostly because I know a voice actor on it. I don't know how it works. I'm 49 years old. And it felt like a pog to me. I didn't really,
Yeah, no, of course. You're I don't know what this is.
And then I was like, these are cute. And I got into places where this happened more often. So I need to own a couple. And I bought some really cute ones that were really pretty. And then I got a friend, a really cute, pretty one. And they immediately, being this particular friend, did a deep dive and actually taught me that there's a meta. That there is actually, there is a science to these. And there is such a thing as there is so much game in this, and I am terrified. I am terrified. I have learned too much. I have gazed into the abyss and discovered a top. It is just, it's bad. And now it's not even about learning how to do it. It's mostly about learning how to win against 4 people.
So is there skill?
So there is a little bit about how you launch. That's the physical skill, but I'm not there yet.
Okay.
There is figuring out how to build a top and then understanding that different tops are for different things. And there are tops that are attack tops. There's defensive tops. There's kind of a chaos thing where you can get a top that is just very, very all over the place, and that can throw people.
Okay.
And then they have tops that are just designed to just spin and outlive the other top. They have ones that are just really, really hard to knock down.
So what's the goal?
The goal is to outlive the other person.
So you want to keep your top spinning the whole time?
You want to be the last top standing.
Okay.
And
The last top spinning? Or
yeah,
just like
or stand. I mean, they all fall over eventually.
They do? Okay.
They can even, if you get hit hard enough, they can actually explode apart. Like, that is the thing. I've only had it happen to me once.
Okay.
And it was very embarrassing.
right.
And there are different generations of these. Like, the first one were all plastic, and the next ones had some metal involved, and then the new ones have like an extra layer to them.
Like some of these are pretty heavy.
Yeah, so I have some options so you can put one together.
Okay.
And I can kind of explain. Like the style of blade definitely has a, I don't know a lot.
So this is the blade. It's shaped like a circle, but it's a blade.
Yeah, well, they have, and like you can see where like this is the point of contact for a lot of them. So this is like
Okay.
you kind of like some of them have like weird ridges, and there is a system. I do not know it.
Okay.
I'm going to pick a blade.
Pick a blade.
Well, you first, because
No. Okay.
yeah, just
all right.
and you can
So let
pick
me see.
and there's these two as well.
I feel like
And they have animals on them, or like creatures, and the creatures mean something because it's actually how you identify what kind of like they are. I'm still
I'm going
learning.
back and forth between these two.
Okay, and you don't want to do any
So,
of these. Then.
I don't want to do those.
Oh, up to you.
So these are the same tops.
They are the
there
new ones that have a
alternatives as well?
slightly different. They have two blades. It doesn't necessarily mean they're better.
This feels like this could cause some damage.
I mean, they're all
Beyblade fields.
Okay, yeah, they're all
Because they're just a little bit bigger in circumference. Does that matter?
not really. I mean, yes and no. I mean, it does
Is
matter, but it depends on what you're hitting. There's also height is a big thing. Because some blades can get
Height.
underneath,
Okay.
and like it depends on where they hit. I've learned so much and yet know so little.
Okay, I don't know.
It's such a metaphor for life. There are also left-handed ones. I don't have any
with this
left-handed
blue one.
ones because that's too much for me.
I'm going to go with this.
Okay, so the blue one means it's one of the new ones, which means you basically just get to pick a picture, and then
I get to pick a picture. Okay, I'm going to go with, let's see. I'm going to go with this. What is this? I don't know what that is.
It's a thing.
It's just a drawing of something. So that
and-
clicks in here.
Yeah. Well, before you do anything,
sorry.
now you get the
I'm getting
secondary
excited.
blade.
Okay. So what do I?
You can pick either.
Let's go. Let me see. What
One's
they
got
look
like a buzzsaw, and one's got that weird. Yeah, up to you. They both do a thing.
I think I'm going to do this pink one.
So what you do? I've
Okay.
just learned these because they're kind of new. They sit there, and then this goes in, and then it twists.
twists,
It does
it
the
holds
quarter
them
twist
together?
to lock them together.
Okay.
So you feel free if you want to like do that
do
little
the twist.
too.
Okay. That's really fun.
And what am I? I'm going to do this.
Does this feel like a good?
You're doing it. So the next thing we need. This is so ridiculous.
I love it.
The next thing we
Let me
need
see.
are. I don't remember what part these are, but it's the middle bit. No, we got to focus because we got to.
I know. I'm just seeing if I want to make another one now.
You can't
I'm
use
like,
that
now that I'm
one.
putting it together, I'm like, I don't know if
There's
I like
only one other one that has.
this.
that.
Doesn't feel powerful, but I'm sticking with it.
So now the center ones, they basically change the height is mostly what I understand about these, and there's
Okay.
different weights. So you can pick any one you want.
Okay. I'm feeling like I want to go with this one.
I
don't
feel
know
like
why.
that's
This is great
fine.
audio podcast, guys.
Yeah, no.
Great
so
audio podcast, as per usual.
the middle part of these blades are plastic. They tend to be clear, and they just have a little. They just do a quarter click until they're on.
Okay.
And they mostly height, as far as I know. I'm sure they have other things that happen. And now we have the points of the tops.
The points of
And the
the
points
tops.
have different. Like the flat ones are more likely to stay up longer.
Okay.
The ones that have weird shapes tend to have funky, strange,
wonky?
wonky things. And then the ones that are like circular often are good for they can write themselves very easily. The clear ones I have here are 3D printed and probably not quite legal.
Okay.
But that's up to you.
This is interesting.
They're all and we'll have to describe which one.
Yeah.
Which one
So I
we-
see what you mean. Like how some of them have a flat top. Feels like they would stand up
longer. Yeah.
This one's interesting.
And
to me.
this
I'm
one
going
has
with
this one has a little metal point, which I think changes things as well. Like they all do things.
So you just click it. Did I do this
Yeah,
right?
it just pops right in.
This is so satisfying.
Okay, so it's just there.
Okay.
So now we have two of them.
So this is my Beyblade.
That is your Beyblade for the moment. And now, as I move the rest of these parts around, now there's the launcher.
Okay.
There are two kinds. There's the string pull,
Okay.
which is this kind. It's just as it sounds. This one I've modded out because I have shaky hands.
Sure.
I'm sadly going to give you, because of this, I'm going to
take
give
it.
you the gear one.
Okay.
So, and then how this works, it's a little wonky. this is one thing that I've learned, is it goes onto these little hooks. It's got like a little tread, and then you hear that click, and it will hold for now. It's not like super stable.
Okay.
And then when you're ready, you try and keep stable, and you pull it.
Great.
And it usually is 3, 2, 1, let her rip, and that's when you let it go.
Okay.
But there's one last thing, which is you need an arena, because otherwise they're not going to fight.
Oh, yes.
I brought my arena. I have it's fancy ones have like little teeth on them.
Okay.
I don't have that one. But this one is I never see anyone using this one. I love it. Right? They fall off if you're not careful.
Okay. I see.
This one has a spinning circle in it, like a Flash Gordon movie. So that, like, no matter what, it's just all a disaster.
It's an arena.
Cool. So this may be a stand-up thing that we do, or at least we just get up.
All right.
So I'm going to turn it on. There we go.
So that keeps it going.
That will keep it going. And we're going to do 3,
great
2,
noise.
1, let her rip.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh, no, it's no problem. I'm still setting up. You get on your side.
So I just like...
Are you good for a shot? Should I? So you,
Again,
you
this
go
is
for the
amazing,
click,
guys.
And then it's going to be a 3, 2, 1, let her rip. And you
So
want to be...
just drop it in?
Well, you pull and
I mean, I
drop.
pull it. Okay.
3, 2, 1, let her rip.
Whoa!
Now they're just kind of... I think you actually might win here. Well...
That's so cool!
And now they're going to sit and keep knocking into each other until something happens.
So if one of them falls over, is the game over?
And it looks like, well, it's hard to tell who's going to win. I think... I think you win just by a second.
I don't know if
by a second.
Okay, wait.
Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, I do.
One more.
That was really fun.
I'm changing the direction of the wheel.
Whoa. So how many tops can you get in at a time?
I've done up to 6, but that's a much bigger arena.
Okay.
I've also... All right.
Wait.
So you want to put that all the way in.
Okay.
And then that'll click. You'll hear a little click when it's ready. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit, wait. Sorry.
There you go.
Okay,
3,
ready?
2, 1, let her rip.
That is so fun.
It is really ridiculously fun. It's. Oh man, you're just gonna kick my ass.
I have a pretty good build, I think.
I think you had a great build. I did mine very randomly. Oh yeah, you absolutely kicked my ass.
Yay! Look at it still going!